Unless you've been living under a rock, you have definitely seen GAP Denim's new video featuring the girl group KATSEYE. I had never even heard of them until this video, but now I am obsessed. It makes me nostalgic for those 90s GAP ads that came out, you know, the ones with the swing dancing with the khakis when khakis were all the rage back in the late 90s. Remember when swing dancing was all the rage? I do. I remember learning that in high school. I kept watching the milkshake video, obsessed with the choreography, obsessed with the girls because they're all so gorgeous, looking at the glam, and I just kept looking at one in particular and thinking, you know what? If this had come out when I was in high school, like the 90s Gap ads had, I would 100% try and replicate this makeup. And that led me to thinking, can this elder millennial replicate a Gen Z makeup and make it look good? 20 years later? Let's see. I have prepped my skin a little bit. I know I normally do my brows first and then I do my skin prep, but today I did things a little bit out of order, just kind of how the day went. I used a new product today that I actually really love. It's the Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. I used 2 layers of this all over my face, avoiding my brows, and that's it. It's really hot in Southern California and I've been skipping moisturizer and I've been really loving my results. In fact, I did a video about it and you can check it out right here. If I was planning on doing SPF, I would do it now and wait for that to settle, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to go straight into brows. So I'm looking at Daniela's brows, and I can see that they're much straighter than what I normally do, so we're going to do a little bit of shaping first. So I'm taking the NYX brow glue, like always. I'm just going to run it through and then brush through the brows. So because we're going a little bit straighter, I'm actually going to brush the brow hairs a little more horizontally. So then it makes the brow a little bit thinner and a little bit straighter. Press it down. Okay, my brows are dry. I'm going to fill them in. I just want to show you the picture again. So what I'm going to do is make sure to try and keep the brow as straight as I can and then give it that angle on the end like how she has. But I still have to put my signature style in it. So I'm going to use my Lift and Snatch brow pen because that's just how I roll. I'm not really a huge fan of completely filling in my brows. So I'm going to try and keep them looking as much like a typical genie brow as I can. But I definitely want to square them off and then just fill them in. And again, maybe just kind of drawing in that arch like that. Now, as far as foundation, she looks like she's wearing kind of a full face of makeup, but it looks much more natural on camera and in the video, so that's the vibe that I'm going to go for. I'm going to take the Merit Minimalist Foundation Stick. Now, this is actually a little bit lighter than what I am right now because it's the summertime. And then I'm going to do my trick that I've been doing with all of my skin bases for the summer because I've been tan. I'm going to take the e.l.f. bronzing drops, give them a good shake, and then I'm just going to take maybe, let's start with 1 drop for now, and I'm going to mix that into the foundation just to give it a little bit of warmth and to tint it a little bit. And because the skin does look pretty minimal, I'm going to take a smaller brush. The smaller the brush, the more control you have. And I'm going to go into the foundation and just kind of pinpoint all around where I need it. I really want the skin to shine through. So we're just going to basically do my T-zone under my eyes and kind of feather it out. I actually prefer using the Merit stick this way on the back of my hand because I feel like I have much more control than if I went straight from the product onto my face. I did that when I first got it and I ended up having way too much product on my face. And then for a little bit more coverage, I'm going to go in with my favorite Tower 28 concealer. Again, working off the back of my hand and taking it in the areas where I really need it, like under my eyes. She has gorgeous, perfect, young 20-something-year-old skin. I'm not even sure how old she is. This elder millennial has a little bit of work cut out for her. Keeping up with complexion, I did notice that she has some freckles, so I'm going to take both of these from Freck. This is the Freck Noir and the regular Freck. They're both warm and cool toned, and I'm going to place some freckles on my nose and kind of on my cheeks a little bit too. So what I like to do is I'll do a couple first in a little group, and then I'll take a brush and just tap. Don't be precious about it. Actually, I'm going to take a bigger brush and just tap. And then I'm going to go in with the other Freck. They're very well loved. Sorry. Just do a few. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I love the way it looks. It's so cute. Freckles never go out of style. I have the Milani Cream Contour. This is in the shade Spilling Tea. I love, love this contour. It's probably my favorite cream contour at the moment. I'm going to take it on my Smith 151 brush and just do a little bit. It looks like she has a little bit of nose contour, so and a little here. And for blush, this is Beverly Hills from Merit. Like I said, it looks like she has a little bit of blush on, but it's so faint. I'm just going to place it right here on top of the cheekbone. Just kind of tap it out with my fingers. Now for eyes, I'm actually just going to take this Milani Cream Contour and I'm going to work it all over my eyelid. And because this isn't quite warm enough, I'm going to take this Jane Iredale pencil over the bronzer. And this is in the shade Bronze. And now for the star of the show, the eyeliner, which is kind of the most important part of the makeup and pretty much why I wanted to do this look, because I used to do my eyeliner very similarly when I was in high school. I have a black liner here. It's just the ColourPop liner, and I'm going to take it in the waterline. So I'm just going to do the lower waterline first. Make that really, really black. Apparently tight lining is coming back. That's all I ever did when I was a kid. And then I'm going to go inside the upper right here. And now liquid liner. This is from Tarte. I'm just going to sketch all along the top lash line really thin. And because I have a different eye shape than hers, I have to adapt this just a little bit. And then there's a little point on the insides. And then going on the inner. I've honestly never done this before. Don't know how it's going to look. That's so cute. Stop it. I did it. Oh. And now all I have to do is repeat it on the other side. For lips, I have zero doubts that they used more than one lip liner. As soon as I looked at her lips, the first thing I thought was Anywhere Caffeine, Makeup Forever, so that's what we're going to use for the first liner. And these lips are overdrawn, honey, so we're going to go to town. So that's Anywhere Caffeine all over my lips. I'm going to take the Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is in On It. This is their nude, and I'm going to contour with this. So I'm going to take it right under here, and then on the outer corners, using the side of the lip liner. And then I have the Naturium Lip Balm. This is in Latte. Just gonna take some on my finger, kind of tap it in. And then grabbing a little bit of powder. This is the Infallible from L'Oreal in the pink. And then do a very light dusting just under my eyes. Very, very minimal. The only thing that's different is that she has silver jewelry on. I didn't have any of that in silver, so I had to use gold, especially for the hoops. Very important. I'm also wearing a white bodysuit just like she is. I don't have the body that she does, so we're not going to be doing a full body. Just saying, I'm not in my early 20s anymore, so we're not even going to do a comparison. I'll save you all from that. Thanks so much for watching this older millennial try to get back to her high school roots and reclaim a little bit of her youth. I just want to say a big thank you to Gap and to KATSEYE and the entire team behind the video because it is so dope. And I also want to say thank you to Daniela for inspiring this particular makeup look. You're so gorgeous, so talented, and I'm a KATSEYE fan now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more makeup content from me. And if you want to keep watching, please check out my playlist right here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.